Welcome back everyone. Your loyal Captain Gear100 has returned for another video for you guys today. And guys, I would be louder. I promise you, I would be louder. But it's like, what, 7 in the morning, almost like 8 in the goddamn morning. 7:30, close to 8. So I can't be screaming in my house right now, because then I would be getting yelled at. So I'm like, whoa, gotta back up a bit there. But guys, thank you all so much for this gigantic celebration. I would have posted a video yesterday, but I was busy doing stuff, so I couldn't exactly post a video yesterday. But now I'm making one bright and early for you guys. That way, we can celebrate this achievement together. And what achievement am I talking about? Well, let me show you. Guys, we did it. We hit the over 400 mark. As you can see, I posted about this yesterday. So yeah, one day ago. Yeah, thank you all so much for over 400 subscribers. Man, and I posted this like, look, at 7:22 in the morning. And if you look up at my phone right now, it's 7:41 in the morning. So yeah, I'm like making this extremely early. And that was 405 subscribers yesterday. So we got 4 more in the span of like probably over a few hours. Guys, I want to once again say thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel and being a part of this family, being a part of this pirate crew. Just everything about this is just so amazing and just so cool. Like, I'll tell you guys right now, I know for a fact I'm not perfect. I'm human. I mean, we all are at the end of the day. And I know I'm no Markiplier, I'm no Jacksepticeye, I'm no PewDiePie, I'm no, I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head right now. Mr. Beast, I'm no iShowSpeed, I'm no Dan TDM, no KSI, like I'm no Deji, I'm none of those guys. All right, I'm none of those people. I'm sorry, I'm none of them. I can't be. I mean, I'm me. I'm Gear100. I'm myself. I'm going to fuck up in these videos sometimes. I'm going to stutter. I'm going to, well, sometimes cuss. No, I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum so YouTube won't strike me for that. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm going to try my best to do these videos for you guys, because you subscribing, you liking the videos says so much to me. I mean, let me show you. Hold on. Ah, there we go. No, come on. Chaos Deku, 3 days ago, and almost 1,000 views and 31 likes in just 3 days. That doesn't happen to a small-time YouTuber. Okay, maybe it does, but that shows me that this is my time. This is my chance. Well, my chance would have been around COVID, because that's when everybody was watching YouTube videos. That's how iShowSpeed blew up. But regardless of that, as a man once said, a classic man once said, never give up, because you never know when it could have been your. Never give up, because that time when you gave up could have been your time. That's why I'm never going to give up, guys. I'm not going to quit this, because I don't know when my chance could pop up. I achieved over 1,000 subscribers before. It's just I was cussing too much and YouTube decided to take that channel down. But now I'm going to keep it to a minimum. So try not to cuss too goddamn much. But still, we can reach that multitude. We can reach that platform once again, guys. So once again, help me reach over 1,000 subscribers. We can do this. We are 91 subscribers away from the halfway mark. We can do this, y'all. Please help me. Please help this family grow. We can do this. I know we can. Believe in the captain that believes in you. I believe in you all. So let's get this going. Anyway, I know that's not what you guys came here for. I'm sorry that I almost went on a 5-minute rant for this, but hey, once again, thank you all so much for over 400 subscribers. Let's keep this family growing and let's keep it prospering. So, Chaos Deku Part 2. Let's get into it right now. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Cue the intro.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
Alright everyone, we are back once again. Also, if you guys don't remember, there was a reason I made Deku 17 and not complete his high school years yet. He's 17 and a half, about to be, it's been a year and a half, 17, and he's about to go on to be 18 in just a few months. But there is a specific reason why I kept it as cryptic as I did. Because I wanted a certain few people to meet our boy Izuku here, and not, and not have it end up going a different route. Because I actually like these people that show up, and I'm really, really, really mad that we didn't get more of a fleshed out story than we really should have with them. Because these people are really good in My Hero Academia, but we just don't get much screen time because they're focused on our main cast. Well, that's about to change right here and now. So, let me give you guys a quick recap about Izuku, if you guys don't remember. In part 1, our Izuku was born quirkless, and he was born that way. Well, and he stayed that way. And nothing really changed that much about his life until he met he saved a certain girl from Bakugo, who is also a female in this one. This is a Harem Deku. Once again, if you guys don't know, Harem Deku. I should probably put that in the title. You know what? Yeah, I think I'll start doing that. Harem Deku. Like, hashtag Harem Deku. OP Deku, Harem Deku, whatever. However it feels. So, and that girl ended up being... boop! Mei Hatsume. That's right, Mei Hatsume ended up being the girl that Izuku had saved from the female Bakugo. And from that day forward, Mei had, well, became obsessed with our boy Izuku, wanting to thank him at first, and they started out as friends, but as they got into their teen years, like 13 to 14, they started actually dating, because they realized they had liked each other over this time, and Mei wanted to help Izuku to become a hero. Even though he was quirkless, she vowed to help him any way she could, and Izuku had promised Mei when he became a good hero, he would actually employ her as his supporter, and he would also be the one funding her as well. So that would be great. And as time went on, Izuku's training started to become more and more intense, like someone from a certain anime. And his training regimen consisted of 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10K run every day. Well, not just that, but doing a whole bunch of other exercises. That includes sparring against one of Mei's many training dummy bots. And oh yeah, over the years, since Mei actually had a training person actually had a dummy to train the bots and her inventions on, even though they blew up a lot, Mei's inventions would actually started to blow up less and less until they didn't blow up at all. So that's one of the big benefits. And I know Mei's inventions do tend to blow up every now and then, but don't worry, I'll still make them blow up for like a bit of a gag every now and then. But as Izuku's training got harsher and harsher, he started to up the training regimen from 100 to 200, 300, and so forth. Izuku's bones had started to crack, and he started to cough up blood, and Izuku already knowing Mei's parents, they would take him to the hospital, and the hospital would show that nothing was wrong. But, oh yeah, ever since, because Izuku was born quirkless, his mother, Inko, had stopped really caring about him until when Izuku would start defending himself in school because of the bullies, she would actually start to abuse him. Not really beat on him savagely, but just smack him across the face every now and then. Just for causing her trouble. But since Izuku didn't really want to deal with that anymore, he moved out of his mom's house, and, Mei's family took him in. And since, Izuku and Mei are already a thing, Izuku pretty much took Mei's family name because screw his family name, so it's Izuku Hatsume as of right now. Mei Hatsume, Izuku Hatsume. Pretty fun thing. So many people are gonna think they're siblings, but it's not. They're actually a couple in this one. Izuku just took her last name because he doesn't really like his name. But that's sort of a very good and fine detail right there. And but one time when Mei's family was in Alaska, on a family vacation, Izuku had somehow broken his limiter, just like Saitama had once had. And when he punched the air one time when Mei was monitoring his body, making sure he was alright, he had created a shockwave, and he destroyed a mountain. And that was the start of how it all spiraled into just insanity. Izuku had become, he was an anomaly amongst anomalies. a quirkless person, but born with so much power, it was unreal. Also, Mei learned like medical term because Izuku trying to be a quirkless hero, he would probably get injured a lot. So she did learn about going to medical studies as well as support studies. So she's a good balance between both. But hey, studying more about Izuku is just insanity here. And Izuku was still registered quirkless. That is until, well, upon Izuku just wandering about, he ran into a certain, well, pro-hero that took a very keen interest in him. A very high keen interest in him. And you might be wondering, who is this pro-hero? Well, this is a real fighter of a pro-hero, and this one is pro-hero Mirko up in here. Woo! Look at that. Alright, sorry guys, I gotta take it off this image really fast because I don't want YouTube to take me down or strike me for inappropriate images. Even though this is really what she looks like, I don't want YouTube coming out after me, so I gotta take it off this image quickly. So yeah, pro-hero Mirko took a very keen interest in Izuku, and I mean a very, very keen interest. Sensing that he was strong, she decided to follow him one day into the forest when he was doing one of his training days. And she decided to fight him then and there. Well, more like attack him out of nowhere to see how he would react. And well, he blocked and he just kind of one-punched her through a bunch of trees and knocked her out. But when she woke up, it was instant. She literally immediately leapt on him and kissed him. I mean, Mei had just arrived there just in time to see what was going on. And it turns out she was fine with it. So that's how our boy Izuku's starting to form a harem now, because he's just that guy. But not only is he starting to form a harem, he actually has some sort of power now. And from part 1, I meant to show you this. And that's when Izuku and Mei's family took another vacation, like for summer break, because, 17 and about to start the senior year, for Izuku had found the Chaos Emeralds. And he had found them, and he had become their new guardian, achieving, well, and that includes the Master Emerald as well. So now, that means achieving a super form of his own, which he already did, which I'm not going to show again, because if you guys didn't watch part 1, you need to watch part 1 to actually get it, because I'm not going to show too much. But anyway, that's the end of the recap, so we can finally get into the baseline story, which took like over 5 to 6-ish minutes. So let's go. Okay, y'all, so let's continue our story. We would continue upon Izuku training in one of Mirko's agency. I know some people would say Mirko doesn't have an agency, all that ish, yada yada yada. But I'm just gonna say the Hero Commission, like, just pretty much just gave her a building and just said it's her hero agency, because she can't just keep using her apartment all the goddamn time or whatever the heck house she lives in. It doesn't really matter. So, hey, Mirko just said fine. At least she can have training facilities in there whenever she needs. So Izuku would be using this. And also, this means our boy Izuku had developed many fighting styles. A lot of them, actually. And in case you guys want to know what it is, then don't worry, I will show you all right now. Okay, everyone, we are here in the power section, and hopefully if my recording software doesn't cut off, we can go straight to the powers. This is all about Deku's fighting style that he's developed over like the year and a half. Because, being, oh wait, did I already pass it out? I think I did. Oh, dang, I already did. Yeah, whoops, I went way too quick. Because, okay, although he has, Saitama's like limitless and everything, all of that stuff right there, that, doesn't mean he can't, make his own, fighting styles and whatnot. That's what makes it really cool. And I think it's really nice that Deku shouldn't have his own like fighting style specifically. Oh, there we go, abilities and powers. Alright, let's just keep going. I'm trying to be fast with this. I'm trying to be really, really fast. Because my recording software cuts off on me a lot and it annoys me to all hell. And I'm just hoping that it doesn't do that right now. Just pause and read, everybody. Just pause and read. This is all the fighting styles that Deku's developed, and I'm still not done showing yet. Alright, that's one. On to the next one. Alright, since Deku's obviously going to be limitless like Saitama, might as well go down his feats and strengths and everything else, so might as well keep it going. Yes, we already know everything, keep it going. Alright, finally. Nope. Here we go. Hold on, I went too far up. There we go. Alright, next one. Alright, we're on to the next thing. Bang. Obviously from One Punch Man, so... And yes, Deku developed his fighting style. Can we hurry up with this already? Abilities and powers, all that, yep. Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist, yep. This is definitely, well, one of the main fighting styles Deku uses, as it's accurately used for defense. It's the perfect defense and offense, which is kind of crazy because Bang developed this over a while, but Deku here, because of his rapid growth, he just developed this extremely easy. All of this, so hold on, wait. All sight by taming his dynamic, he can catch and pierce even the quickest enemies with precision. Yep. Awakening Breath. Yep. Exploding Heart Release Fist. And screw it, Deku has this as well because I don't see why not. Oh, all right, next one. All right, now obviously it would be his brother would be next, which would be Bomb. Whirlwind Iron Cutting Fist. Nice. Ah, well, that's it. Next one. Now, we're getting into Bang's personal fighting move, the Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist. This would obviously be, well, one of the fighting styles that Deku uses. Stupid apps always doing. Ah, well, that's it for me then. Next one. Oh, wait, never mind, guys. Okay, we're still on the Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist. It's just that the thing tried to trick me to put my phone into a different mode. All right, here we go. We made it. All right, next. Now we move on officially. All right, guys. Now we are here at Bomb's fighting style, the Whirlwind Iron Cutting Fist. So we're gonna move on here to the next one. Nope, before we can even play. Whirlwind Iron Cutting Fist is a technique that's supposed to catch the opponent off guard with quick movement. And Bomb himself says it's mostly a cowardly technique. Oh, dang. Okay, we already made it to the end. All right, next one. Alright guys, we got 3 more left after this. The Exploding Heart Release Fist. Bang's primary technique before he created the Water Stream Rock Smashing Fist. Ah, well that's it already. Next one. Next thing, the roaring aura sky ripping fist, the combination of both of the fighting styles. That, you know, oh boy, this is crazy. Just pause and read, y'all. Pause and read. Again, don't have time for this. Oh well, that was easy. Next. All right, now we move on into Monster Girl with his combinations of like fighting styles. The Cross Fang Dragon Slayer Fist. Oh, never mind then. I didn't think I would do something like that, but whatever. Moving on. Yep, here we go. All right, well that's over. Now for the last one. All right, here we are. The Monster Calamity God Slayer Fist. And this is the final one. We move on into Garo's territory. All of these fighting styles. Oof. Ah, and that's that. So everybody, that was all of Deku's fighting styles right then and there. Hope you guys enjoyed, because and keep in mind, that's all the fighting styles that Deku knows and he's developed over time. And imagine that. Like, imagine Saitama fighting with an actual style. I mean, I know his simple punches and kicks, headbutts, whatever the heck, sneezes, whatever the heck else he uses just works. But him having a specific style actually makes it more fun. And it gives me a lot more, well, fun to just mess around and do a lot more other things. Like, don't get me wrong, Deku will be doing like Saitama's parody and gag things every now and then just for fun, just to show that he could do this stuff. Like, he can just do whatever the heck feats he wants. But giving him a set fighting style is also what makes it really cool. Also, you can't just hang around Mirko all the time, like for like a year and a half, and just not expect to develop some type of fighting style. That's just insane right there. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy that. So anyway, let's get right back to the video. Oh yeah, and in case, for those that don't know, who would this would be like an older Yuji Itadori from, you know, JJK. And this is like what Deku looks like, you know, well, he let his hair grow. He cut the sides and let it grow a lot. And he also dyed it a little bit. So, I mean, it is still green. It's natural green, but he has pink tips at the end of it, just to pay homage to Mei and the one who kind of helped and rescued him and saved him all those years ago. So, oh, also, this is what it looks like with his, because you see that ponytail in the back of it? If Izuku lets his hair all the way down, this is what it would look like here. Yeah, it looks like this. So he lets it all the way down. It would be pretty much like this, going to his shoulders to his back. So, hey, it fits. But over the years, Deku has had a growth spurt. So he's like, how tall would he be? Screw it, 7'4". He's the same height as All For One. 7'4". This guy's a Chad. I mean, this is a college AU anyway, so we have older everyone in this AU. So it doesn't really matter in this alternate timeline. So it doesn't really matter how much I change here. But anyway, like I said before, Izuku was 17 and a half at this one, about to be 18 because they're in their senior year. And Izuku's birthday is July 15th, so it's over the summer, so it's not that bad. Alright, anyway. Now it's time to continue upon the school time. So how would that really go? Well, okay, let me bring it back to like a more reasonable pick. There we go. So how things would go would be very crazy, because I need Izuku to meet 3 specific people over the time. So this would be during, I got it, Christmas break. I know, yeah, during Christmas and all that. So Izuku would be spending time with Mei and her family yet again. But this time it would be Izuku and Mei just going on one of the casual dates. Not really going on a, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Mei's parents went on vacation, obviously, but Izuku and Mei decided to stay at our house. They just wanted some time to themselves, just to actually be a loving couple for a while. I mean, well, they're always a loving couple, but time to themselves is always good. So let me think. So they decided to just go out to a nice regular cafe. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special. Just all around, just having a very nice time. Because even though it's nice to get away every now and then, it's also nice to stay home and have some wholesomeness. Hold on a sec. I want to create another dang scenario. So this will be happening while these two are just walking down an alleyway and just having a very nice time. They would hear a commotion down an alleyway, and well, walking down the sidewalk, not an alleyway. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? They would be walking down the sidewalk until they would hear a commotion in an alleyway, and as they would look down, they would see this, well, what appears to be a giant woman being harassed by three guys and calling her a freak and a mutant and just an abomination because she's no longer a human. Izuku would not take too kindly to this, and he would tell Mei to hold their cups of hot chocolate because, well, of course, why wouldn't they have that? And this is when Izuku would rush into action. So Deku would shoot down the alleyway in front of the three guys and in front of the woman they're picking on, and Izuku would crack his knuckles saying, "Hey, yeah, you looking to start trouble?" And the three guys just asked, "What the heck do you want? I want you to stop harassing this lady here. She done nothing to you. But if you want to start trouble, then please, by all means, come at me." And the guys here would see that this dude is very serious, and seeing as how buff he is, and this guy looks like he can fight, and getting into a fighting stance would also give it away very quickly. They knew they would have no chance here. But one guy decided to be brave and decided to actually rush Izuku. Yeah, that didn't end well. Now, let me take that back. To say that didn't end well would be an understatement. The guy got dropped in just one goddamn tap. You know how Garo pretty much put his hands on the A-class heroes? Yeah, it'll be that level of a beating right there. Just bop, straight to the face, the guy's knocked out. Then the other two would join in and quickly just get beat on as well. So that's when Deku would thankfully Mei had already gotten a pro hero over and decided to see what was going on. And Izuku would explain the situation. They could get security cameras and all that. So they do scold Deku for acting out instead of like getting a pro immediately. But since this is his first offense, they decide to let him off with a warning and tell him not to really act rash like that again. Deku would nod his head and bow as then he would walk off. As him and Mei would continue on, they would hear excuse me, behind them. As they would turn around, as they would see, well, the giant woman that Izuku had saved from before. And who is this woman? Well, she's blown up ever since she's shown up in the anime or the manga, whatever the heck she is. So let's keep it going. Yes, ma'am. How may I help you? Yep, Ippon Jose, or the ordinary woman, as the fandom would just come up with. It wouldn't even matter. And the woman would say, I just wanted to thank you for saving me. No problem, ma'am. That's what heroes do, after all. You're a hero? Well, not officially. Well, not yet officially. I mean, I'm going to be a hero as I'm going to UA in a few months once school is over. School? Yes, ma'am. Still in high school, but I'm about to finish senior year anyway. Oh, well, could I please know the name of my hero? My name is Izuku Hatsume. As Deku would hold out his hand. Nice to meet you. Izuku would hold out his hand and the lady would shake it. Well, grab his hand with both hands. Thank you for saving me, hero. Mr. Hatsume. I'm Ippon Jose. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Jose. Oh, no, just Jose is fine. I'm not married or in a relationship. All right, then. Oh boy. Oh wait. You know what? I'm gonna change that. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Jose. Oh, no, please, no formalities. Just Ippon is fine. I'm not that much older than you, actually. I'm actually about 17, 18. I'm only 21. Ah, okay, Ippon. So that interaction would go kind of crazy, and Izuku would ask what is her quirk, and she would say her quirk is called the fox. Pretty much she takes on the appearance of a fox, but also has fox-like characteristics, as in keen instincts of animals, heightened hearing, senses, all of that. Only thing she doesn't have is the fox tail, because that's where her mutation ends. Pretty interesting. As May would start to get the crazy eyes again, as she would pretty much walk up to Ippon Jose, kind of beckoning her down a little bit. And this is when May would say, you could join the harem. Huh? Like immediately she would say, huh? And her face would just go bright red. Shh. And then May would cover her mouth. Shh. Don't say it out loud. And May would then say this, like, tell you what, how about you come with us? Then we can talk all about it. And Izuku would say, May, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden, sure. What? Izuku would just say, what? It's just out of nowhere, bro. Sure, I have nothing better to do. Izuku in his mind, this is not happening. This is just not happening. Oh, it's happening all right. Why? And some of you guys might be saying, why am I doing this so early? Because, well, I don't know. I'm bored. Might as well get some entertainment out of this. And no, she is not one of the 3 people that Deku is going to meet, okay? I just wanted to do this for a funny gag thing. It's been a year and a half since he had another person in his harem. Might as well be the ordinary woman because I like her, all right? Okay, deal? Deal. Oh my god. Ippon would follow Izuku and May back to their house, their house as of right now. And Izuku would offer some refreshments or tea, hot chocolate, whatever she needed, and tea would be fine. So greatest thing would be going on. May would be explaining how Izuku is already her her boyfriend, soon to be husband into the future, but that's neither here nor there. As of right now, he has a growing harem, and Ippon would be like, so what number would she be? She would be the 3rd girl in this harem. 3rd already? Yep. Who's the 2nd? As May would just expose that it's the pro hero Mirko, and Ippon's jaw would just drop to the floor upon hearing this. He bagged a pro hero. This is just insanity. And Izuku would just be embarrassed a little bit, but decided that this is his life now, so not much you can say or do about that. So, but anyway, May would dive that how she's going to be a very good support hero in the future, so there's nothing really that much to actually worry about. And she doesn't have to worry about being too old for Izuku because his birthday is in July, so he's just literally a few months away, and then everything will be a-okay. Also, you guys might be wondering, isn't harems illegal or something? Well, in the sense of fandom and in the sense of My Hero Academia, we like to think that they took that legality away because you got people that like Endeavor who want to make powerful quirks and everything. So I feel like they would have just taken that law just away anyway. And because of sheer fandom, we can do whatever the heck we want. So hey, it's a-okay in this book. So Ippon Jose has officially joined the harem here because, well, she's got nothing better to do. And Deku, being the sweetest guy he is, walks up to her and cups her cheek. I promise, Ippon, you won't have to worry about being alone anymore, or being afraid. I'll protect you, with everything I've got. Thank you. As Izuku would just nod his head. As, honestly, this man is just on a roll. He is him. Izuku is him. Oh god, I can't stop. I just can't stop. Alright, before we go, we gotta get back on track, because this is doing too much. Okay, so, anyway, Christmas break had happened, but over Oh yeah, Deku had gotten gifts for all three of his girls and everything. So, craziest thing is he got Mirako a different costume made for her. And May already knew of this gift, but Mirako had gotten a different costume. It's like a recolor, because it's just the colors are different. Well, some of the costume itself. Well, nah, because Mirko wouldn't take any enhancements to her costume because she's all physical. She doesn't want to cheat at it or anything, so she just gotten a recolor, which is fine. So anyway, continuing on with the situation, now we can finally meet the three people. When winter break was finally coming to an end and it's about to be like New Year's and everything, Izuku run into three people. And how would this happen? Well, oh lord, this is gonna be funny. As Izuku and Mei were just out and about walking. They were just walking, not really on a date or anything, but just having a nice stroll and talking about their plans for UA and how they're going to achieve their dreams. And as soon as Mei is about to say plus ultra, another loud male voice would come in and say plus ultra. And immediately it would be awkward because this guy just joined in. And the guy immediately would go on a tangent about, I'm so sorry. I just heard you saying plus ultra and wanting to be a hero myself. I decided to join in without asking. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Voice crack on that one. Incredible. But who would this guy be? This guy, we wouldn't meet him until later seasons. I think season 4 actually. Wait, no, season 3. Yeah, we wouldn't meet this guy until season 3. So, and who would this guy be? That would be simple. Inasa, basically the wind guy in My Hero Academia. Yep, guys. And then you would hear a female voice saying, "Come on, Inasa, Inasa, come on again." This is we're gonna get called for disturbing the peace if you keep screaming like that. And then Inasa would turn around. Oh, come on, Kami. It wasn't that bad. I just wanted to say plus ultra. And then Seiji, the meatball guy, would come in saying, This is why we can't bring you outside. We're gonna have to put a silencer on you if you can't stop. Seiji, are you serious? And then Izuku would come in saying, Nah, don't worry about it. It's all right. I mean, hey, plus ultra is a good catchphrase. I'm trying to come up with one on my own. And then Inasa would say, I know, right? See, this guy gets it. And Izuku would say, it's nice to meet you all. My name is Izuku Hatsume. What's your names? My name is Inasa. I don't know their last names. I'm sorry, I don't know any of their last names. I really don't. And Kami would say her name, Sep, I'm Kami. And then the meatball guy would just nod his head. I'm Seiji. And Mei would introduce herself. I'm Mei Hatsume. Wait, and then they will look at each other like, wait, are you two siblings by any chance? Nope, we're a couple. Huh? Wait, but I changed my family name to hers. Ah, I see. And then he also would say, well then, I wish you two have a happy and prosperous relationship with lots of fun and loving times together in the future. Thank you. But still, I couldn't. And then Izuku would say, oh, wait a minute. I couldn't help but overhear. You wanted to be a hero, right? Does that mean you're trying out for UA? Yes, I am. In fact, we all are. And Izuku would actually think upon this. That's actually really cool. If you don't mind me asking, what are your quirks? I don't mind at all. In fact, I would love to tell you. As Izuku would bring out his notebook, once again, he'd taken on that habit. And Natsu would explain that his quirk is called Whirlwind, and he would explain how he can manipulate the air, the wind, and the wind around him to basically do air slashes and all that, yada yada yada. And Izuku would say, fascinating. So wait, in actuality, your quirk is just wind manipulation. It's just wind manipulation. I never thought of it like that. That actually is a really cool way to think of it. Izuku would say, well, actually, there's a lot of beneficial ways to train this quirk. Hold on. And Izuku would give, Inasa ideas on how to train his quirk and how to use it. And this would be a really, really, really cool idea in a way you can use it. So he would give Inasa a bunch of hints on how to fly a whole lot earlier. Like, I know Inasa can just make a wind tornado under his legs and just under his body, but that would cause collateral damage. Why not Inasa just create his own personal tornado, like on his lower body? That way he still has his upper body to use attacks with. I never thought of it that way. Thank you so much. Hatsume? Wait, you're both Hatsume. Just call me Izuku. Then you can call me Inasa. And Kami would explain what her quirk is. Basically, illusions, but well, realistic illusions that actually do affect the background if she needs it to. And Izuku would say there is actually a lot she can do with the environment in that. She can, if she actually gets adequate training to blend in with the background and have a very good fighting style, or with some weapons every now and then, she can actually like make her surroundings as dark as night, to where only she could thrive in them, or just create like outright battlefields that are completely rigged in her favor. That way she could easily defeat the villains. Kami honestly not thinking of it to use her quirk in that way, only to just distract people, would actually be really cool. And then as for Seiji, the meatball guy, he would explain how his quirk works. And Izuku would say his quirk is like actually insanely broken. But does he have to put his hands behind his back? Because that's severely limiting him. Seiji just says no, he can use any part of his body as a meatball, like telekinetically use it. He can pretty much explode his whole body if he needs to. But that's like a very desperate situation if he does that, because he needs all the parts to come back together. Well, the important bits to come back together. And Izuku would pretty much says he can come up with very cool ideas and, well, training regimens for them they can study, because they have about another year and a few more months to train. And Inasa would say he would like that very much. And Izuku would say meet him at this address. Like, isn't that like Mirko's agents? Isn't that Mirko's agency? Yeah, pretty much he trains there. But don't worry, you're all my personal +3s, so I'll vouch for you being there. Like, all right. So after Christmas break is over and whatever, well, no, not Christmas break is over. Pretty much like the very next day, Izuku like rings them, all three of them in. Mirko asking what are these three doing here, and Izuku would plead their cases. And Mirko would say, fine, but I better see you three at UA, and you better not take my, because the moment I hear you don't go to UA, you're immediately cut off from my facility. As they would all bow in thanks and respect, and thanks to Izuku as well. So training with them would just go very nicely. And yes, guys, I wanted to include these three in UA in Class 1A. Because, come on, these three are so broken. And I know, you guys love Class 1A as they are. You love them how they should be, and none of them should change. But you have to be honest with yourself. Like, Inasa was planning to go to UA, but it was just messed up. That idea just got ruined. Because, well, he met Shota, who was cold at the beginning of this series who was cold at the time when he met Inasa. So that idea just got ruined, got scrapped, and he pretty much went to Shiketsu instead. And some of these Shiketsu people are better than UA themselves. They are better than UA students. We just don't see enough of them for the time to shine. And if you look at Inasa, he's literally within top 20 of the pro heroes. This man is a legend in the making, and I will not tolerate any disrespect towards him. Inasa is a goated character. I like this guy, and he should be fleshed out more. So you know what? I'm adding these three. Inasa, Kami, and Seiji are going to be a part of Class 1A. If I get rid of your favorite if I get rid of your favorite character within Class 1A, that's just how it has to be. Don't worry, but that's just how it is. I'm sorry. That's just how it goes now. Okay, so that actually happens for like a few months now. And finally, so with this being said, I pretty much did what I wanted to do. So yes, now I can cut to, you know what? Yeah, I can do this. I can cut to the end of the high school era, and I can finally start getting this done. So we finally cut to Izuku's high school at the end of this. The teacher would come in, all that shtick. I have papers here, what you want to do for your future careers, but he throws them in the air. But why bother? I already know you all want to be heroes. Everyone starts cheering. Yes, it's true, you got some impressive quirks, but that can only take you so far. So it's best to start looking into your future careers now. And then all of a sudden, a feminine voice would come through the crowd. Hey, Teach, don't let me in with these bunch of losers. I'm the real deal, but these guys will be looking to end up as sidekicks to some busted D-lister. You think you're better than us, Katsumi? Hell yes, I do. Let's go. I'll take you all on. This is absolutely ridiculous. As Izuku's just ignoring the whole situation. He's tuned this out like from a long time ago. He's already smart enough as is. Just flipping through like his notebooks and whatnot. So, as far as things go here, the teacher will look and see, oh, Bakugo, I see you want to go to UA. And as far as things would go here, Bakugo would go on that same tangent on how she's going to be the greatest hero, more powerful than All Might, and her entire career would start at UA University. And then the teacher would look at the paper and kind of smirk a little bit, even chuckling and laughing at this idea. Oh, I see that Hatsume here wants to go to UA too. As Deku would just nod his head. Yes, sir, I do. As everyone would immediately start laughing at his idea, like, Hatsume, well, they knew it was Midori, but he changed his name. Hatsume, are you serious? You know you have to have a quirk if you want to get into UA. Actually, they took that rule off about a while ago, so I'm actually going to try out and get in. Until an explosion would appear on the desk, but Izuku wouldn't flinch at all. Not one bit. They've had their fights many times throughout the school year. And like, Izuku is like not taking any. Bakugo has stopped trying to physically assault Izuku because he's made it perfectly clear he has no qualms punching her in the face. And they hurt a lot. And I mean a whole lot. So whatever things go on, it just works. It just works. So she explodes the desk and saying, you think you're better than me, huh, nerd? Like, huh, you damn nerd, trying out for UA, knowing you won't get in? And Izuku just says who? Huh? Says who? Who says I can't get in? Me. And who are you to decide? And who are you to decide that? It's not up to you whether I'm going to be a hero or not. It's up to me. And that's what I'm going to be, whether you like it or not. Can't stop me. And she's really pissed off about this. She wants to explode his face. Just wants to blow that bastard to high hell. Like, Katsumi, no using quirks in class. Ugh, whatever. He's not worth the time anyway. And whatever the issue is, Izuku's already the bell rings. Izuku's already getting up and getting ready to go. As a whole lot of people like laugh at the idea of him wanting to be a hero. Like, can't be a hero while he's quirkless and everything, but it doesn't matter. He's going to try anyway. Like, shit, they ain't gonna stop him. Are they gonna try out to be UA? No, because we actually accept reality. Tuh. And Izuku just laughs at. The reality is, you guys are just too scared to try. I'm not. That's the difference between us. And well, things just pan out differently. As Bakugo like doesn't stop. Okay, Bakugo in this one just lets him go. She just lets him go instead of trying to backlash or explode his journal. So Izuku his journal is fine, and all of this, like, they don't hate each other. They just dislike each other. Izuku and Bakugo. Well, Katsumi. It's not like full-on hate, and it's not like it is in the anime, like where it's just their relationship is so bad they don't know how to talk to each other. They just avoid it. They just dislike each other. Ever since their first fight, they haven't really had much interaction, so they just dislike each other and keep their own distances. But anyway, upon that, Izuku just leaving the the school and whatnot. Instead, he goes to find Mei, goes to her school. This would make up for the time that, oh wait, now Mei's school would be closer to her house. So Izuku would just be taking a different walkway there. Okay. All right, now guys, I didn't plan on doing this. This is a last minute change type of thing, but to include this in the harem, I have to actually do this. So Izuku walks under the overpass like in the usual sense. So whatever it is, whatnot, it has to be the same interaction until Izuku his senses, and he feels a presence coming toward him, and it's the sludge villain like in the original, as he tries to capture Deku. But the thing is, Izuku is way too fast, and Izuku has to figure out how exactly is he going to stop this villain here. Well, it would be in self-defense, but if he punches, the villain's just gonna splatter everywhere. Oh well. He can deal with this a little bit. So Izuku would wind his fist back and he would concentrate the punch, not letting the air punch explode out, but just go into a concentrated little blast, sending the sludge villain into like a nearby wall and splattering him that way. So there we go. The sludge villain would still be splattered all over the place, and that's how it would work. Now, how am I going to contain this villain? And that's when, have no fear, because I am here. Like, oh, cool, it's All Might. Izuku is an All Might fan, but not too much of a giant fanboy that he is in the original. So, hey, that's how it works. So, who the heck? So, why does it matter? Anyway, what was going to happen here was going to be like a different scenario. Okay, I can't truly make Izuku quirkless because, well, he has the Chaos Emeralds here. So, how exactly am I going to make this work? Huh. Okay. You know what? I had no plans of this in the original, but you know what? I don't really care. I'm gonna do this anyway. So All Might comes and he would ask Izuku what is his quirk, and Izuku would just tell him he's quirkless. Wait, you're quirkless? Yes, sir. And you beat this villain. Is it that hard to believe that a quirkless person can do something, sir? Izuku would kind of get annoyed at this because everyone's always underestimating him. Well, it seems so improbable. Like improbable, not impossible. Yes, I'm sorry, young man. Let's just, do you need help cleaning up this villain? Yes, I would appreciate that very much. As they clean up the sludge villain, Izuku probably would ask the sludge villain, what does he think? I mean, All Might, what does he think of him being a quirkless hero? But he kind of knows how he's going to, what he's going to tell him here. But he wants to do it anyway. So Izuku would grab onto All Might's, shoulder to ask him this question, but that's when All Might would shoot off. And Izuku would be hanging on, but he wouldn't be making that crazy face, and, well, because of the wind blowing in his face. All Might would ask, what is he doing? And Izuku would say, you jumped off the moment I touched you so I could ask you something. So, okay, the moment that would happen, All Might would say, that wasn't a smart idea. Bang on the door for a while, someone will let you in. Izuku would just say, don't worry about it, I can just get off on my own. Anyway, Izuku wanted to ask All Might personally. Sir, All Might, please. You don't have to lie to me. I've heard this throughout my entire life, and I think I know what you're going to say. But just give me your honest opinion. Well, just tell me the truth, right away. I'm quirkless. There's no doubt about that. In this whole wide world of individuality, I have nothing that makes me special. Absolutely nothing to make me stand out amongst the populace or anything else. I'm just an ordinary kid. Well, besides the green hair or anything. But if I had a natural hair color, as of black, brown, or even blonde, that would make me even more ordinary. So just tell me, even though in this world of powers, I have nothing. Even though I have no powers. Even though I have nothing that makes me stand out from the next ordinary person, could I become a hero? In my wildest of dreams, and my craziest of fantasies, even though, in the farthest dimension from this reality, could I ever hope to be someone like you? Could I ever hope to achieve my goal of being a hero like you are? All Might would look at this young man and see the conviction in his eyes. And Izuku would say, sir, please be honest with me. You don't have to lie. I'll accept the answer no matter what it is. I just want to know truthfully. All Might would open his mouth to say something, but All Might would be reminded of himself. Even though he's powerless, he was powerless in that world. He had to take action. Young man, I'm sorry to tell you, but maybe you could have been a hero back in my day when I was younger. You could have been. But this world, you must know, young man, villains are only getting stronger as All Might, okay, I'm just gonna say for the sake of the scenario, he did buff back to his previous form. And as All Might would show him the injury right now. Like, pretty bad. Disgusting, huh? I got this in a big fight not too long ago. I lost my entire stomach. But kid, this is living proof that even I am not invincible. I'm still human just like you or anyone else on this planet, besides animals with quirks. Villains are only getting stronger, young man. And that means some villains just can't be beaten without raw power, without the type of power that I have. So can you be a hero? I'm sorry to say, but it's just without a quirk, it is truly impossible nowadays. And Izuku would say, I see. I'm sorry, young man. I'm sorry to crush your dreams. I truly am. I can see from the look in your eye. You've trained and you've tried so hard throughout your life. But the world that we live in is just far too dangerous for someone like you to pursue those ideals. But if you still want to help people, there are many other ways besides being a hero. Why not become a police officer? It's a fine profession. Hell, I even have a friend. I even have one of my best friends who works as a police officer and is actually a lead detective. If you want, young man, I could ask him to get you onto the police force. Like, if you ever feel like, I could ask him to get you onto the police force. And Izuku would say, no, that's okay. I gotten the answer I'd want. I gotten the answer I'd needed. I truly, truly am sorry, young man. I really wish things could have been different for you. It's not bad to have a dream, young man. It truly isn't. You even remind me of me when I was young. As cliche as that sounds, you truly do. Just make sure your dreams are obtainable. I'm glad we had this talk. As he shuts the door behind him. As Izuku had felt something he hadn't felt in a long time. As the tears would finally come streaming down his face. And May and Mirko actually, May's parents and Mirko, and now Ippon would actually know about Izuku's Chaos Emeralds at this point and know of the power he holds. It would be quite a sad thing, but still, even though Izuku claims to be quirkless, he would cry. A tear would drop down from Izuku's cheek as he would actually just cry. He would just be standing there crying for the next 5 minutes, just getting it out of his system. Don't get him wrong. He knew that was going to be his answer because of what All Might had asked for him earlier. He thought, but the thing is, no amount of preparing yourself mentally in life could ever prepare you for your own idol, your personal hero, to tell you that you can't become a hero. No matter how many times you try to swindle yourself that you're ready for that, you just aren't. You never will be ready for a reality where someone says you can't be a hero. It's just not plausible to happen in front of you. So Izuku would come down, but he would pull out a water bottle from his backpack, and he would just pour the water bottle into his eyes because he doesn't want anyone to know he was crying. So he wipes his face off with his sleeve and everything. The school year is over. He has about 1 year to train. Izuku just decided to say screw it. He was going to register his quirk down as Chaos. And if this was the route he was going to go, then screw it. They might as well just do this. So Izuku had decided to just register his quirk as Chaos. He would just use the Chaos Emeralds like a little bit of power then. As he moves on and goes downstairs, and finally the sludge villain would show up again. And okay, it wouldn't have been because Izuku grabbed onto his leg. It was because All Might's pocket was loose. So the flap that he would put the villain in would actually just fall out. And the sludge villain would be causing mayhem again. And Izuku would be saying he wasted All Might's time here on accident. So, crud. So Izuku really he wasn't going to interfere this time. He wasn't going to do anything. He was actually going to let the pros handle it. That is until who he saw was being held hostage by the sludge villain. And it would be Katsumi, as Izuku would only have to see the look in her eye as the look of please help me, of the worry. And in that moment, something had activated within Izuku. In all honesty, he couldn't tell you why. He really couldn't tell you why or what happened. His body had just simply moved on its own. And instantly, Izuku had started rushing towards the sludge villain, and the pro heroes would say, "What the hell? Hey, kid, what are you doing?" As instantly, Izuku would, in all honesty, just be ready. As he's rushing forward, he doesn't know why he's doing it. But instantly, he would start to power himself up. He didn't need to do this, but he did it in the span of the moment anyway. His power would spike. And on instinct, he went super. Boom. His super form had come out. And on instinct, had gained, what looked to be golden hair. Yes, it is in the Super Saiyan hairstyle like this, and his eyes did actually go red. What looks to be, godly soft like clouds forming around his neck to his back, almost looking like a cape. And he had also gained a cloudy tail. Yeah, I'm doing the whole stick here. Sue me for it, I don't care. Anyway, and Izuku immediately shot forward, stuck out his hand, and yelled, "Chaos Control!" And instinctively, everyone felt this because of their phones were out and everything. What looked to be reality seems to be bending to Izuku's will. And on instinct, the sludge villain had just destabilized. No, not destabilized, turned back into a normal man. What? How the? And on instinct, he grabbed Katsumi and put her behind him. And Katsumi would say, "What the hell? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, you stupid nerd?" Like, sorry, Katsumi. You just look like someone who needed help. And I'm here to save. And don't worry, everything's going to be fine. I'm here now. As the sludge villain would say, "Damn you!" Like, as the guy would rush forward and try to use his quirk, but he can't. He's a normal man. And Izuku would say, "Your quirk is now useless. I've completely disabled it." Like, that's impossible. How did you do that? And Izuku would just say, just my secret. And just instantly, the heroes would come to the sludge villain and just arrest him immediately. As Deku would just clap his hands because there would be fire. And in an instant, upon clapping his hands, the fires would immediately just go out. The buildings would just rebuild themselves, and everything would just be functioning again, as if it never even happened. Baka would just say, "What the hell? How did you do that?" "Listen, Katsumi, we may not like each other and may never see eye to eye, but one thing for sure is that I will never let someone be harmed. That's just not what a hero does. I may not be a hero now, but I will protect everyone. That includes you." Whatever. As Izuku would finally then go back to powering down, as his hair would be out yet again. God damn it, that's another hair tie loss. And immediately everyone would start cheering for him, as Deku would just be waving his hands and smiling just with an innocent smile. As the heroes would come over and just, you'd think they would berate him, and normally they would, but instead they congratulate Deku, just saying, "Holy hell, kid! Like, just what is your quirk?" Everyone wants to know, what is your quirk? What is your quirk? And Izuku would just say, I'm quirkless." Like, bullshit! Bullshit! You can't say you're quirkless. We just saw what happened. Like, oh crap! People saw what I did. And Izuku would say, gotta go, as he would disappear instantly. Where did he go? And okay, Izuku didn't use that much speed, but All Might saw where he went. He didn't use his full speed to get away. And because Katsumi is Katsumi, she would know instinctively where he went. Phew. And Deku would just say, "Whew, got away." But crap, I wasn't supposed to show something like that. Oh man, Katsumi's going to be on my ass. Oh well. Well, at least now I can just register my quirk as just chaos now. Crud. Then as he continued to walk, like Izuku, as he would turn around and Katsumi would be there. Give me one sec, I gotta change the scenery. As he would turn around and Katsumi would be there. Yes, Katsumi? I didn't need your help. Like, you were being held hostage and I just decided to do something. I still didn't need you to step in. If I wanted your help, then I would have asked for it. You know what? Scratch that. Oh, wait. No, you know what? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I should probably retcon that whole thing. Because I got a much better scenario. So erase that. That didn't happen. Izuku, as he turned around and saw Katsumi, he knew this was going to happen. Katsumi, was it funny? What? Was it funny? What are you know what I'm talking about, you damn bastard, as she strolls up to him and is threatening to explode his face. Was it funny laughing at me? Looking down at me the whole damn time? Thinking you were better than me? Lying to me that you had a quirk this whole time? Katsumi, answer me, damn it! What I have, as of right now, my quirk has nothing to do with you. We haven't known each other. We haven't been friends in almost 2 decades now, and you're still stuck up on the idea that you think I'm looking down on you. I never did. I admired you because you had a good quirk. But even so, I just stopped caring about all that. You weren't worth the effort of caring about for me to warrant anything like that. All the training, all the training I've done, the power I've obtained now, is nothing short of my own hard work. I've never once thought of you during this entire ordeal over 10 years. Almost 20 years now. So whatever you think might be going on in your head, me looking down upon you, I was never looking down on you. You are not even worth thinking about to look down on. You were never worth any secondary thoughts in my head. I never once thought about you whatsoever. You were not significant enough to warrant my attention or my thoughts. What you are was just this girl that was once my friend, that I thought was once my friend. But it turns out you were just a fucking liar. All you cared about was what quirk I was going to have. That's not someone who was a friend. We're not friends. We never will be. We're not even acquaintances. We're just, our moms knew each other, and that was it. But even then, I haven't seen my mom in about, 6 years now? Okay, hold on. 16, 17, 18. Wait, no, hold on. 15, 16, 15, 16, 17, 18. Well, almost 19. Hold on. I haven't seen my mom in going on almost half a decade now? 3 to 4 years? So shit, whatever's going on with my life has nothing to do with you. I could hardly care about what you have going on in your life. So whatever you think I have that dealing with you, it has nothing to do with you. Because for some reason, as he points to her forehead, I live rent-free in your forehead. You constantly think about me and you think it's the other way around. I don't think about you at all. I have a girlfriend, Katsumi, soon to be wife in the future. And so whatever you think rivalry has been going on between us, there never was. It's only been one-sided. Your hatred against me and just me not thinking about you at all. Whatever else you got to say to me, just say it. Say it and then move on with your life, man. Because I really don't care. As Bakugo just gets very angry at this, and she's also somewhat hurt to know that Izuku just hasn't been thinking about her at all. just didn't care enough. Not like, oh, so that's how you think. I'm not worthy to be thought about. I'm fucking done. Don't walk away from me. I already am. Like, you nerd, as she grabs his arm, and Izuku just raises his arm up and he accidentally, for once, accidentally smacks her in the face. Don't fucking touch me. I'm sorry I smacked you, but you need to get it through your goddamn head. I don't care about you, Katsumi Bakugo. I just never have over these 10 fucking years. Get that through your head. I do not care. We're not friends. We're not rivals. We are nothing. I'm not a character in your story, and you're not a character in my story. We follow our own separate paths away from each other. What you need to do is focus on being a better person. Then maybe, just maybe, you can be a better hero. And just maybe then, I might think about you. But as of right now, you're no one in my life. What you are is an echo. An echo that has been fading away for the past 10 years, but keeps coming back. But that's what echoes do. They come back. They bounce off of everything they can to haunt you. That's what I don't want. I want you far away from me as possible. Just leave me alone. That's all I want. Can you fucking do that? Just leave me the hell alone. As Bakugo looks down, as she didn't look up from when Izuku accidentally smacked her. I mean, he punched her once before, but still. She turned around and just left. Thank you. As he turned around again, as Bakugo was now finally gone. Alright. Now, shit, May's probably gonna fucking flip on that I'm being so late. But who cares? Haha, I am here! Oh my lord. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh my lord. Like, young man, you, All Might, please, if you got something to say, can you please say it to me in one sentence? I'm really not in the mood right now. Young man, I would like to apologize. What? I would like to apologize. You said you were quirkless before, but it seems that in your quest to save someone, your quirk did manifest and awaken. Actually, it's a lot more different than you think. What? Alright, sir. Alright, look, All Might. You told me about your secret, so I can tell you about mine. Can we go somewhere a bit more private for this? Sure. So they do head off onto Dagobah Beach, which, at this point was already cleaned because Izuku had cleaned it, like, way ahead of time. He'd been cleaned it, like, in part 1. So he had already done that. Well, maybe not part 1, but I'm gonna just say he already done it. And, alright, sir, alright, All Might, since I know about your secret and your injury, let me explain to you what mine is. And Izuku would pretty much explain the Chaos Emeralds to All Might and how he came to find them and how they came to be. And All Might wouldn't believe it at first until Izuku would show him the emeralds and show him the memory, like his memories of coming across them. And would also tell All Might about, well, him being an anomaly. He's quirkless, but he's still very extremely powerful. Infinitely strong, in fact. Which All Might would see that he's not using the Chaos Emerald's power at all, yet he still can punch, like, almost split the ocean in half from just one punch. There. Now you know my secret and I know yours. So with that, like, All Might would ask why did he tell him this, and Izuku would say, well, he knows All Might's secret, so he found it fair. And to be honest, he was just going to register his quirk as Chaos instead of quirkless, just so he could use the Chaos Emeralds freely. But, oh well. But All Might wanted to tell Deku something else. The way he saved Bakugo, even though they didn't like each other, and well, he's not going to lie, he heard everything, their conversation. But he acted like a true hero in that moment. And so he would like to apologize and reiterate his statement before. Young man, you too can become a hero. And Deku once again started to cry about this. Young man, I deem you worthy. My quirk is yours to inherit. And that right there, guys, is where we're going to end it off at this point in time. Whew! I know, guys, I went off a tangent about this here, but I want to save the 1 whole year of training and getting into UA for part 3, if you guys want a part 3. Oh, I forgot to say 5 likes, and I will continue on to part 3. Dang, I should have done that beforehand. But anyway, it's still a very fun thing to do, because why the heck not? I should have said this before, but you guys be sure to smash that like button, turn those bell post notifications on. That way you guys are notified every time I make a video. It's free and you can always change your mind later. But this was a fun video to make. So you guys, tell me your thoughts. Like the upcoming Bakugo and Deku conflict later on. And guys, I'm also coming up with a new series that I need to finish. I've decided that I'm finally going to do this series. I'm going to redo it one more time, but I actually am going to finish it. No more of remaking it, rewriting it. It's getting finished once and for all, no matter what. But with that being said, guys, phew. The next video that comes out will be me finishing a series I should have done long ago. It will be the final remake, but it'll be me finishing that story once and for all. But tell me you guys' thoughts on this. What did you think about this this part? How much more could I improve it, and how much more could I have made it better? And how can I make these future upcoming parts better? But with that being said, y'all know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Peace, guys.
I'm with your hoe in the house on the hills. Yeah. I'ma keep it real, at the sacrifice and try to get my bands up. Shorty wanna fuck with me, she see me on the camera. She said she in love with me, but really I can't stand her. She just want part of this life, cause she see me on the ground. Double tap like who I am. Shit can get dangerous, ride with a blam. Shit can get dangerous, shit can get dangerous.